habitat is always natural, right now. And habitat से एक organisms अभी अपने सभी needs को fulfill करती हैं, right? So habitat provides an organism everything it needs. What are the basic requirement of an organism from its habitat? They were shelter,
Yeah.
right? Food,
And then
water, air, and
yeah.
yes,
Other,
and other needs. Hmm.
sir, like
Yes, Abu. Hmm.
uh, for the polar bears,
Mhm.
uh, like for them, one of the point for other needs is that like cold,
Yeah,
because
cold.
from
Hmm.
because from that they can like hibernate.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Look, pole. Mhm. There are several animals that actually goes through hibernation, but polar bear is not one of them. Okay, now polar bear is not one of the animal that goes under hibernation. Abu, simply हम bears जो हम देखते हैं ना, there are other bears, brown bears आपने देखे ही होंगे in YouTube videos. So brown bears they actually go, they actually do hibernate, but polar bears do not hibernate. Abu, always remember that. Okay, now, right?
Certain, but then it would be like wolves or something like that.
It will be the
So,
wolves.
yeah.
Look, basically, there are different organisms that goes through hibernation. Okay, now, but polar bear is not one of them, right? Remember that. And in fact, they, if you were to talk about wolves also, the wolves example of anything. The wolves also do not goes to hibernate. They also do not hibernate do hibernation. Okay, now, all right.
Yeah.
Rather than that, they will do migration. They will do migration. Getting it now? क्योंकि वहां पे उनकी फूड की स्कार्सिटी होगी, तो thereby they will migrate to different areas. Hope that answers the question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So rather than hibernation, polar bears में आप क्या देखते हो ना कि polar bears में the female pregnant bears जो होती हैं, female pregnant polar bears जो होती हैं ना, right now they will actually go through a state कि वो एक ऐसे स्टेट में पहुंच जाती हैं कि वहां पे उनकी हार्ट बीट बहुत स्लो हो जाती है, राइट ना. हार्ट रेट एक्चुअली स्लोज डाउन वेरी मच, राइट ना. वाइल उनकी जो बॉडी टेम्परेचर होती है, बॉडी टेम्परेचर इट विल रिमेन नॉर्मल. एंड उनकी जो भी बॉडी के अंदर जो भी फंक्शंस होनी होती हैं, वेदर इट्स blood circulation or excretion etc, all of that will be normal. So female pregnant polar bears क्या करती हैं, their heart rate will actually slow down while all other functions will remain same in their body. So rather than hibernation, in the case of polar bears, the female pregnant polar bears, they actually do this whenever the female polar bear is pregnant. Okay now,
Yeah.
right? And again, polar bears की बात करेंगे, even during the winters they are quite active, right? Okay, now back to our discussion. So we were talking about the habitats. So starting from first, that is the terrestrial habitat we will be talking about. Okay, yeah. So terrestrial habitats. So terrestrial habitat is basically the plants and animals that lives on land are said to live in the terrestrial habitats. Terrestrial habitats will further be divided into forest, grasslands, deserts, coastal, and mountainous regions. Okay, now first
Yeah.
let's talk about the deserts. So deserts, what are the different types of features which we see in a desert? Deserts are like, they are also two types. You know, there are hot deserts and cold deserts also.
Cold desert.
Yeah. Cold desert is also there. What are cold deserts? Look, Siberia, Siberian desert, in parts of Russia, in parts of China, in parts of Russia. Siberian desert that you see in parts of Russia, that is what? Basically, it's a cold desert now. Yeah, yes, Abu. So deserts will be of two types. Getting it now? Cold desert and hot desert, right? And talking about the Siberia, the temperature there can reach very low, right? Now, it can reach like minus 45 degree Celsius तक temperature पहुंच सकती है, minus 45 degree Celsius, right? Especially in winters में हम बात कर रहे हैं, right now. So yes, there are two different types of deserts, cold desert and hot desert. ठीक है, so deserts में क्या characteristics होते हैं? Usually temperature is very harsh. Temperature is harsh, soil is infertile, and sand is found in abundant, right? Okay.
Or what does
Ab-
that mean?
which one?
Soil is fertile
Infertile, and
and
sand, sand,
the
actually it is, sand is found in abundant amount. Okay, so in the deserts, whether it's a Thar desert or whether it's a Sahara desert, those are the hot deserts that we have. So there we get to see the climate is very harsh, its temperature is extremely high, and thereby soil is negligible. Soil तो वहाँ पे हमें देखने को मिलती नहीं. Then sand is found everywhere. But अगर हम examples लेते हैं Siberian deserts की. So in Siberian deserts, what happens now? Winters में जो हमारी layer है land की, layer of land, they actually have grasses growing on them. But winters में they are covered with the snow. Okay, Noor. Okay, Abu.
okay,
They are covered with snow, right? So that is the thing. Then अगर हम बात करते हैं, there is dryness in the deserts. There is dryness, extreme dryness. Okay, no, right.
yeah,
So no, like how a desert is formed. Deserts are formed due to desertification. The process of desertification. Deserts are formed due to desertification. Now the question might come to your mind like, what is this process of desertification now? Yes, Noor. Yes, Abu.
yeah,
You know what is desertification? Look here. Like if someone were to cut a vast amount of forest, ठीक है ना? अगर हमारे पास एक forest है, and if I were to cut all the trees, basically I am doing deforestation here, right? So there what will happen? There will be no rainfall there. Getting it now?
yeah,
There will be no rainfall over there. So if there is no rainfall, soil will become infertile. Thereby there will be no growth of new plants over there. And if this period consists for like 50 to 100 years, then that area will be converted now into a desert. Getting it now?
yeah,
So the process of conversion of a land into a desert is called as desertification. Hope that is clear.
yeah,
All right now. So that is desertification. Desertification के और भी reasons हो सकते हैं, right? Getting it now. So
yeah,
that is how deserts are basically formed. Now, if we were to look at the um, adaptations in the plants, right? Adaptations in the different types of animals, different types of organisms that are found there in the deserts. What do we get to see? Can we have some examples over here? For example, we were to talk about snakes and rats. How do they live in the deserts? They dig burrows, right?
yeah.
Okay. By the way, what is this burrows? Burrows क्या होते हैं?
Underground homes.
Mm-hmm. A hole
Under,
basically. Huh. Underground hole. So it is simply a tunnel or a hole in the ground. So usually the animals they survive in the harsh climate of desert region by digging holes in the ground, right? Similarly, you have, especially in the deserts, you have nocturnal animals. Animals are nocturnal. Nocturnal animals, what do we understand from that? Who are they? Yes, Noor. Sorry, Abu. Nocturnal animals हम किसे कहते हैं? The animals that are active during night only. Right now. So,
yeah,
in order to avoid the harsh climate during the daytime, the harsh sun rays, many animals will be active during the night time only in the deserts. Right now, ये हम hot deserts की बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है? So, especially snakes and rats को आप देखते हैं कि ये रात में एक्टिव होते हैं डेजर्ट्स में. ठीक है?
yeah,
ऑलराइट. नाउ प्लांट्स में हमें देखने को क्या मिलता है? इन प्लांट्स adaptation की भी हम बात कर रहे हैं अब. So in plants, what we get to see that leaves are reduced to spines now, reduced to
yeah,
spines. So you will not find even a single plant in a desert, basically in the main desert region, that have got leaves in them. उनमें क्या होते हैं? Spines होते हैं और thorns होते हैं, right now. So
yeah.
plants are modified into spine in order to avoid what? क्या avoid
Losing
करने
or
के लिए? Yes,
losing a lot of water.
yes, to avoid
Losing water.
loss of water. Very good, right now. And actually, in the case of plant, via which process the loss of water take place?
Plant. I mean,
Hmm.
leaf.
Is the name of the water starts from T? Yeah,
Transpiration.
very good. Okay, that is transpiration. All right. So that is transpiration. So that is the loss of water from the surface of the plants through the stomatal pore. ठीक है. हम stems की अगर बात करते हैं अब, so stems actually have got SCEMS. Stems have got a waxy coating over them. ठीक है ना? If you were to look at a cactus plant, you will, if you were to pay closer attention to their surface, you'll find that they have got a waxy coating over them. Waxy coating will do what? It will also help in avoiding loss of water, right? क्योंकि कोई भी surface, if you have got a surface and if you were to apply wax over the surface, then loss of water will be minimized, right now.
Yeah,
Loss of water is minimized, right? And actually in the cactus plant, from which part the photosynthesis takes place?
uh, leaves.
No, in a cactus plant or in the desert plants.
Once.
Hmm. From the stems. Good. Now talking about the roots, how roots grow in the desert plant? They are deep, right now. They are deep so as to absorb water. Getting it now? ठीक है. Right? All right. Some of the examples that live in the deserts are what? You get to have examples of like camels. You can see like kangaroos can also be seen. Fennec fox can be seen. So these are some of the examples. Next, now we'll be talking about mountainous region. All right. Any confusion
Yeah.
regarding the desert region?
No.
All right then. Now, mountain regions. Can you tell me like how mountains are formed? Abu, any idea? The mountains की formation कैसे हुई? Mhm.
Uh,
This is a concept from geography. Still, like I want to know from you.
like like the sand
Mhm.
by the wind.
By the wind. नहीं. Look over here. Do you know कि हमारा जो crust है, the crust beneath that lies molten magma. Magma, crust. What are these things? You know that or not?
No.
No. अच्छा आपको ये पता है? Do you know that हमारे जमीन के नीचे molten magma is flowing? Basically the volcanoes से ये जो volcanic eruptions होते हैं, where does the lava come from? You know about volcanic eruptions, right? So you know okay, where does the lava actually come from? This lava is actually coming from the core of the earth. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually comes
Yeah.
from the core of the earth, right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so now look over here. As I told you, like our earth is made up of different layers. If you were to look at the inner composition of the earth, the innermost is called as core. Okay, then that is called as mantle. A second layer, mantle क्या है? Molten magma. Molten magma है ये. And that is crust simply. ठीक है ना?
Yeah.
That is clear. Okay. And now look here. What basically happens? Look here. Basically, Earth के surface से हमारा ये Earth के core से लावा निकलता है, and it makes its way through this mantle. ये जो second layer है इससे निकलता है. Then ये हमारे crust को rupture करते हुए बाहर निकलता है. So that is basically volcanic eruption. ये clear है ना आपको now? Is it clear now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. अब क्योंकि ये mantle हमारा थोड़ा क्या होता है? Semi liquid होता है या सेमी लिक्विड होता है. तो ये हमेशा क्या होता है? मूवमेंट में होता है अब. ये क्या होता है ना? कंटिन्यूअसली मूवमेंट में होता है. ठीक है नूर? सॉरी, सॉरी अबू. दिस सेकंड लेयर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. ये जो हमारा सेकंड लेयर है ना अबू, दिस वन, इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस मूवमेंट. ठीक है ना? कंटिन्यूअस मूवमेंट है. एंड इफ यू वे टू सिट ऑन समथिंग दैट इज कंटिन्यूअसली मूविंग, विल यू आल्सो नॉट मूव? या.
Yeah.
सो दिस crust is also actually moving. ठीक है ना? What the thing about this crust ना, ये जो हमारी अर्थ की crust है, it is not actually joined together. ये parts में broken है. Yes, no, what I just told you, okay? This is broken into different parts. ठीक है ना? Yes, Noor? This
Yeah.
is broken into different parts. ये जो different parts में broken है ना, इसे मैंने plate कह दिया. कोई issue है? Say any issue if I were to call them as plates? Yeah, looks
Yeah.
like a plate, so I call them as plates. So ये plates आपस में collide भी तो कर सकते हैं. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can collide actually, right now. जब collision होता है ना, when the two plates collide, then the formation of mountain takes place. Getting it now?
Yeah.
So that is
Like
how mountains were formed. Yeah.
so then like it is the same thing like of a car crash. Like if two cars like crash, their body
Mm-hmm.
would uh, basically join, and then if
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have where to go inside, it would be out.
You can understand it that in that manner. Okay, but in geography you will understand that in more detail. Okay ना? ज्योग्राफी में
Yeah.
आप इसे काफी डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. लाइक फिर आप पढ़ेंगे कि प्लेट्स भी डिफरेंट टाइप्स के होते हैं, राइट ना? So anyway, that will be a lot different discussion right now. We will be debating from the topic. Just for now, just remember that whenever two plates will collide with each other, the mountains की formation होते हैं. Getting it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. So that will help you in your geography classes. Now back to our topic we were talking. We were discussing. Now mountain regions may. Shall I erase this diagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Look over here. Mountain regions may basically the plants that grow in the mountainous region. What characteristics do we see in them? We must have you must have seen like plants that grow. They have got a conical shape. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
Abu.
Yeah.
They have got a conical shape. Why is it so? Hmm? The trees are cone shaped. Yeah. And also जब मैं leaves की बात करता हूँ तो leaves are needle like shape. Needle like. Why? So that rain and snow can slide that. Rain and snow can slide down. Getting it now?
Yeah.
So the tree that you see that is used for the Christmas decoration, that is also having a conical shape like this. अब वो leaves उसमें needle like shape के होते हैं. Trees are cone shape. So thereby जब भी um, snow की formation होगी, so snow will fall down. It will not be hung on. It will not be loaded onto the plant. If too much of snow will accumulate on the plant, what will happen? The stem will break away. Right now. अब मैं animals की अगर बात करता हूँ वो, so how animals have adapted them? So animals have got fur on their body, right? Fur over the skin that actually provides them protection from cold. Protection from cold. For example, you must have seen like snow leopard. Snow leopard, they have got fur over their body. Now usually in the mountainous region, what do we see? Like the climate there is cold, right now. So mountainous region is a region that is characterized by uneven land surface, right? With mountains present in them. Okay. फिर हम देखते हैं कि goats. You can actually see that there are several goats that can climb up the mountains. Have you seen the goats that are like climbing up, uh, climbing a mountain that is very vertical? क्या आपने देखा है? That goats can actually climb a very steep mountain. So goats, they have got actually very strong hoofs. They've got strong hoofs. So strong hoofs actually help them to run in the rocky surface. In the rocky surface, right? So the thing that how mountains were formed, that is not clear. What types of trees are found there? We know that. What types of animals we have? That also we can have some of the examples of trees also that are having a cone shape. For example, the pine tree. Yeah, have you seen the pine tree?
Yeah.
So pine trees have got a conical shape. Some of the animals that are usually found in the mountainous regions, their examples, what are them? Like yaks, yeah, mountain goats, or the sheeps also. So these are some of the examples of the life found in the mountainous regions. Now we move to the grassland. Now, what do we know about grassland? What is the grassland? Any idea? Yes.
It is. Uh, it's like a plain place,
Mm-hmm.
like a place. They would be like nothing,
Yes,
then there would be like grass growing out of it.
very good. Right. Basically, an area that is dominated by grasses. Right. That is simply
Yeah,
called as grassland. Okay. Hmm.
yeah,
If you were to talk about like in basically why it's that only grasses are growing in that region, because the environment is only conducive to the growth of the grasslands, only there, only the grasses there. The climate there is, the environment there is not suitable for the growth of tall trees. Getting it now?
yeah,
Right. Okay. So like there are different factors that are actually preventing the growth of taller trees. So we will not be going there, but as of now just know that grasslands are those areas which are simply dominated by grasses. Okay. Okay, by the way, um like on the earth there are different types of vegetations. हमें पता है कि tropical evergreen forest होते हैं, right? Then you have got different types of vegetations. One of them is grasslands. Okay. Now, grasslands की utility क्या है? How do we utilize this grassland? How we humans are utilizing this grassland? Yeah. For grazing the animals now. It is utilized by humans for grazing the animals. Getting it now? For that
yeah,
purpose it is used. Okay. Now, if we to talk about the type of animals found in here, so look away and how animals have actually adapted themselves to survive in a grassland. So in grasslands, you will usually see that अगर हम ड्राई ग्रासलैंड की अगर बात करते हैं, if the grasses are dry, so dry grasses, the color of the dry grasses actually resemble the light brown color of the line, right?
yeah,
It actually resembles color of line, right? And grasses are actually very tall. Grasslands में grasses जो है आपके छोटे नहीं होते हैं, they are very tall. So behind the tall dry grasses, the lines can actually hide, right? So the light brown color of the light brown color of light that is having light brown right now. So the light brown color of the line actually helps it to hide in the dry grasslands. And then अगर हम lines देखते हैं, they have got very long claws, right? So they have got long claws and they can hide behind the tall grasses. Thereby they can easily capture their prey. Getting it now?
yeah,
So that helps to capture the prey. Now, what are some of the other animals? Like अगर हम बात करते हैं कि if you were to have example of a deer, so what do we see in deer? How deer has adapted to survive in the animals? Like they always are in the danger of being captured by the lions or any other predators. So thereby they have got high speed, right? Now they can
yeah,
run fast. They can run really fast. Like getting it now, and they have got like very sharp and strong teeth, strong and simply strong teeth. Why? Because they have to chew the grasses that they eat, right now, and then
yeah,
and then they have got long ears also, because they have to always stay on high alert. Whenever they sense danger, they will run from that place. So long ears, it helps to sense danger. All right, Abu.
yeah,
अगर मैं बात करता हूँ, they have eyes where they have eyes on sides of their faces. Say this is like a rough diagram of a deer, for example. This case. Okay, just anyways, just try to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay now. So इनके जो eyes होते हैं ना, they are side on the face. So thereby it helps them to look in all directions. Right now.
yeah,
So eyes are on the sides of head. Thereby, that allows the deer to look out in all directions and then preventing it from danger. What are some of the animals that live in the grasslands? They are what? Name some of the animals that we see in grasslands.
Sheep also.
Not sheeps, not particularly sheeps. Particularly, we see lions. These the two example we already have. Apart from that, like you have giraffes also, right? Then you could spot elephants there also.
Cheetahs.
Rabbit, yeah, cheetahs, very good. Cheetahs can also be spotted there, and they are like the list is very long. So, but we will have only these examples. Okay, yeah. Now, apart from the grassland, the mountain, and the desert, you have got the rainforest as well. Getting it now?
Yeah.
Now, talking about rainforest, mention some of the points regarding rainforest. Yes.
Mm. Rainforests can be very dangerous.
Okay.
Some rainforests are very dangerous.
Like the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah,
That is the largest tropical rainforest in the world. Okay. And
and the
Amazon rainforest, yeah, continue. Mhm.
and like over there you can see like the animals over there, uh,
Mhm.
like snakes.
Mhm.
There be snakes,
Mhm.
venomous spiders.
Yeah, yeah. So basic thing about rainforest now. You see, like it's a forest where moisture is in abundant. Moisture काफी होगा, right? Now, because the name itself says it's a rain forest, a forest being fed by rain, right? Now, so first thing about rainforest is that rainforests are the forests that are having plenty of rainfall, right? Now,
Yeah,
right? So we see that there is always presence of moisture in a rainforest. So due to this, there will be large variety of plants that will be growing in them. Large variety of plants, not only plants, animals also, right? Plants में अगर हम बात करते हैं, plants will be majorly you will get to see the plants, um, the taller plants. Okay, they have got canopy. Canopy, you know what is a canopy? A
no,
dense forest में जब भी आप enter करेंगे, you won't see the sky. You won't be able to see the sky. Suppose आप Amazon rainforest में, for example, these are the taller plants, for example, and okay, these are the branches. These are the top part of the plant जिसे हम canopy कहते हैं. Canopy basically forms a roof-like structure. A roof-like structure in the dense forest, especially in the rainforest, whereby sunlight does not reaches the bottom. It does not reaches the bottom. So thereby, when you will enter a rainforest, आपको sky visible properly नहीं होगी. Getting it now? Because एक roof-like structure form हो चुका है with the branches of the plants. That is called canopy. Getting it now? So such types of plants will be formed, which will be having very dense leaves, dense branches. To taller plants will be found. Plants की leaves broad होंगे, right, Abu? Plants, the leaves of the trees will be having broader, will be broad in nature. Then animals, they will be also of very wide varieties. Getting it now? Okay. Now, estimates are saying that when we estimates, like estimated 40 to 75% of all the biotic species, like all the biotic species, whether अगर हम plants की बात करते हैं, whether हम animals की बात करते हैं, getting it ना? So अर्थ पे जितने भी species हैं plants and animals के 40 to 75% कहाँ पाए जाते हैं? They are found in the rainforest. Getting it now? They're found in the rainforest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. अच्छा, एक और इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट क्या है रेन फॉरेस्ट के बारे में? रेन फॉरेस्ट को हमने वर्ल्ड की लार्जेस्ट फार्मेसी भी कहा है। ऐसा क्यों हमने कहा? यस अबू, वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट फार्मेसी। फार्मेसी, यू नो फार्मेसी हम किसे कहते हैं? फार्मेसी
Because like you can see a lot of, there'd be like there'd be a lot of herbs and like plants that help to make medicine.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, राइट ना? सो नेचुरल मेडिसिन भी हम बनाते हैं यहाँ से। बनाने के लिए हमें रॉ प्रोडक्ट्स मिलते हैं, एंड जो हम मेडिसिन्स विच आर मेड अप ऑफ केमिकल, फॉर देम आल्सो raw materials are taken from the rainforest. So we can see that they have got extremely important role to play in earth, right? Apart from plants and animals, हमें microorganisms के भी बहुत सारी species देखने को मिलती हैं, right? So plants, animals, microorganisms, insects सभी को combine करके हमें देखने को मिलता है millions of species of different life forms are found in the rainforest. Hope that is clear, Abu. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right then. So that is all you need to know about rainforest. Talking about animals की अगर हम classification की अगर हम बात कर लेते हैं, तो animals की classification पे हम देखते हैं all forms of animals, like whether they are mammal, whether they are mammal, or whether they are amphibians, or whether they are reptiles. Sorry, reptiles. It is actually whether they are reptiles. All sorts of animal will be found over here right now. Amphibians, you know what are amphibians? Yeah, Abu,
No.
what are amphibians? Yeah, Abu, what are amphibians? Yeah, I guess I'm audible to you. Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, amphibians are those animals that are found to be living both on land and underwater also. They are simply called as amphibians. All right. So one of the example of amphibian, give me one example.
Frog. Frog.
Frogs. Good. So frog is an example of an amphibian, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So after rainforest, you have got one more terrestrial habitat. Do you know which one I'm talking about? I'm talking about the polar regions, polar habitat, right? No, no. When we talk about polar habitats, now, these are the habitats which are characterized by very cold and windy conditions, right? So that is the main characteristics of a polar region. Animals की अगर हम बात करते हैं, what type of animals are found in the polar habitats? Interestingly, in the polar regions, 99% of the animals that you see there, they are carnivores, right? Because in the polar regions now, the plants do not grow, right? Plants actually do not grow in the polar habitats. There could be some places where there could be some rare places where plants can be seen to be growing, but majority of the animals there, you see, they are carnivorous in nature. Getting it, Nabu? Also, energy needs of the animals living in the polar habitats are very high, and very high needs can be fulfilled by a carnivorous diet only. Right, Abu? Hello? Yeah,
Yes,
Abu. Yeah. So they are carnivorous in nature. Getting it? Apart from that, what adaptations they have got? Thick fur. Thick fur is present over their skin. Right? Okay. Now can you tell
yeah.
me, like, in order to survive, what are the things these animals have got? How do the animals survive in the cold deserts, cold polar regions?
Uh, like the the fox and all, like they
Mm-hmm.
would have white fur because of the snow. The snow would be white, and the animals would be white to camouflage.
Very good. That will help them prevent them from danger from their predators, right?
Yeah,
So the examples of
yeah.
the animals that are found in the polar regions, what are they?
A polar bear, white fox,
White fox. Yeah, that is also correct. Okay. Now the reason
yeah,
why polar region is actually that much cold, you know why? Yeah, this is
yeah,
our Earth, right?
yeah,
This is the sun's rays falling near the equatorial region,
yeah,
right? And this is how the sun's rays are actually pouring towards the polar region.
yeah,
So thereby, sun's rays are not directly falling over the polar regions. So not that much of heat is falling on the polar regions. That's why they are very cold. Getting it
yeah,
now? So that is the
yeah,
general reason why polar habitats are cold and not that much hot as the equatorial regions are. So that is all about the terrestrial habitats. Now we come to the aquatic habitats, right? Now,
yeah,
aquatic habitats, in this also, like, you have different classifications, right? ना? हम different classifications की अगर बात करते हैं, in aquatic habitats you have got the marine habitat है हमारे पास. Okay, Abu. Then you have got the, like, freshwater habitat also. ठीक है? Freshwater
coral,
habitat is also there. Then you have got, yeah, believe marine and freshwater habitat in the open ocean. Look over here. Talk about the aquatic habitats. So in the case of aquatic habitats, mhm. Abu, you are not audible.
sir, can you repeat it again, because I lost internet connection.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir, now I can hear you.
Okay, okay. There was some network issue in the voice. Okay. Yeah, I was saying that in the case of aquatic habitats, do one thing, you define aquatic habitats. What are the things we found in an aquatic habitats? What are the features of plants and animals that survive in the aquatic habitat? Yeah, starting from you.
Uh, they would like in the aquatic habitat, they would be
Mm-hmm.
and they were uh, like there would be many animals. There would be lobsters,
Hmm.
crabs,
Hmm.
uh, fishes, and
Yeah.
corals,
Okay. Okay. What is common in all of those animals?
fish.
They have got gills in them. Good.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. So first of all, basically the habitats of those plants and animals that live in the water, they are called as aquatic habitats. So whether we talk about ponds, swamps, lakes, rivers, oceans, these are all part of aquatic habitats. Now, later on, I say that aquatic habitats are classified as marine habitats and then as freshwater habitats, right? Now, marine habitats will comprise of oceans and seas, right now.
yeah,
So, ocean and seas, both of them are salt water. They are both of them are salty,
yeah,
right now. Now, talking about the marine habitat that consists of oceans and seas, they will be having a wide variety of creatures like the fishes. Maximum part of the population of the fishes are found in the oceans and seas, right?
yeah,
Okay, getting it now. Hmm. Now, marine mammals, like if you were to talk about the marine mammals, like the whales, the biggest mammal on earth, biggest mammal on earth, that is the blue whales, basically. Now, talking about this blue whale, we know that this blue whale, or basically the whales, will migrate to long distances in order to cope up with the temperature changes. So, whenever there will be unfavorable temperature changes in the oceans, these whales will travel to thousands of kilometers in the ocean to move towards a better place, to move towards that part of the ocean where the temperature range is favorable for the whale. Getting it now?
yeah,
So marine habitat, it is simply characterized by salt water, and this is basically ocean and seas. Then you have got the freshwater habitats, right? So in the freshwater habitats, what do we get to see? It is basically rivers, lakes, and ponds. Rivers, lakes, and ponds. So इनमें क्या होता है ना? They do not consist of salty water, right? And freshwater habitats like rivers, lakes, and ponds, all of them combined together consist of 3% of world water. World में जितने भी water हैं, 3% of that water is found in the all the lakes, rivers, and ponds. Getting it now? Hmm. And also here also a wide variety of organisms is found. A wide variety of different organisms will be found in them as well. Like snails की हम बात करते हैं, worms, different types of worms, or like the mollusks. All of them will be found in the freshwater habitats. Getting it now?
yeah,
Okay. Like we can touch upon the individual topics over here. Like we can touch upon like ponds, lakes, and rivers, right? Like अगर हम बात करते हैं ponds and lakes में, तो what type of plants are found there in the ponds and lakes? You can see like lotus plant can be seen in them right now. You can found water lily, right, Abu?
yeah,
Water lily can be found. Lotus can be seen growing in them. Then you have example of water hyacinth also growing in there. Getting it now? So these are some of the aquatic plants that grow in the ponds and lakes. And actually अगर हम बात करते हैं तो मैंने कहा था कि इनके बॉडी में एयर